Folks, the NBA playoffs started in Cleveland today. The regular season for next year begins in a month. And the Rizzo Show starts right now.
The Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo.
Hello. Thank you. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame edition of the Rizzo Show. Joining me, my co-host and Bon Jovi fan, Mike Polk.
Can't get enough.
Michael, we're living on a prayer.
Yes, we are. And we got the Rock Hall thing going on tonight. Congratulations to the Moody Blues, I guess. And
Cars.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi. Nina Simone.
Yeah,
everybody.
Sister Loretta Tharpe.
Michael, we will get to your Cavaliers in a minute, but first, we're just 11 days away from Cleveland's Super Bowl. I hate it when people say that. Sorry, folks. When is the draft not going to be the Super Bowl for us? Okay, we've been talking about this since November. Well, the rumor mill is starting up. Right. It's heating up.
It's been going on since
We're getting to the ridiculous point, all right?
Yeah.
However, most people believe, Michael, the Browns will make their number one pick, and it's a decision between two quarterbacks, Sam Darnold or Josh Allen.
Yes.
Do you have a choice?
I'm Sam Darnold. I have been for quite some time. I just think he's more consistent.
Wow, look at the uniforms they got him in.
Yeah, they did some work down in graphics. Look at that. No, I'm still on the Sam Darnold train. Josh Allen obviously is intriguing. I think he's a little bit more of a gamble, and I don't think we're in a position to take gambles. How about yourself?
You know what I love? It turns everyone into a draft expert, doesn't it, folks?
It sure does.
Look, here's what I believe. First of all, as of tonight, Sunday night, the Browns have not made up their mind yet, all right? I believe Sam Darnold's the leader in the clubhouse, but who knows? They have another week to go through things, and we'll have to see. I know this. He's the safest pick, they're saying.
Right.
What that means, I have no idea. I haven't studied these kids enough to know. All I know is, could he be worse than the other people we've had in here in the past?
No, not
Could
possibly.
he be worse than Colt McCoy?
He definitely
could he be worse than I don't know, Jake Delhomme?
Brandon Weeden.
No. Will he get caught under a flag?
Charlie Fry, guys.
Well, the focus has obviously been on the first pick, Michael, but what about pick number 4? Let me start by saying right now, John Dorsey, if they take the defensive end, Bradley Chubb, I'll be okay with that. Mm-hmm. You got two bookend play. If they take Saquon Barkley, if he's there, I'd be okay with that. They take the kid from Alabama, Fitzpatrick, I'd be okay with that. You know where I'm not okay, Michael?
Tell me.
Trading down.
Mm-hmm.
How many draft picks do we need? How many trade downs do we have? Did Bon Jovi trade down for a guitar player?
No.
Did he take Richie Sambora?
He took Richie Sambora at the
I
top
right?
of the draft.
Okay, and look where he is now.
Yep.
The Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll
kids.
Hall of Fame.
Do you think
and playing
Chubb,
right now on 106.5.
Do you think Chubb is the best non-quarterback in this draft?
I want either Chubb or Barkley at 4. I want them to take that pick more than anything. I totally agree. We've earned these picks, these low picks, through our incompetence and through all of our frustration.
I would take that
This
guy,
is when
though.
it's supposed to pay off. I agree. This is when it's supposed to pay off for us. We don't need 4 more 19-year-olds on the team by getting 4 more picks in lower rounds.
Wow.
Take the talent that's at the top of the draft. Make your picks.
Michael, can I say Saquon Barkley is a touchdown maker.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley is an exciting player. We don't need that, right?
No, who needs it?
Folks, the Browns averaged about 15 points a game last year. That was dead last in the NFL. I think that kid scored more touchdowns in the Ohio State game than the Browns did all season long.
True.
Look, I don't care which one of these kids you want to take. Do me a favor. Just take the best players at some of the positions, something we've never done. We're done trading down.
Stop being creative. And the problem is, it's always a new regime that's doing this, so they can't learn from their mistakes and say, we're not trading down anymore. So you get these new guys in here who want to prove something, who want to say, we're going to fix this team, because they don't know how hard this is here in Cleveland. And hopefully these guys get it right. Everybody likes the direction Dorsey's going in, and we'll see.
All right, we're all going to say a prayer. Because I don't know why, Michael, I have a bad feeling.
You have a bad feeling?
I'm a Browns fan.
You've earned it.
We're going into the draft, and I have a bad. Folks, say a prayer. Let's pray that the Browns get this right. From football to the round ball, Michael, the Cavaliers playoffs have begun. Woo. Don't worry, kids. There's 80 games left, and is it 2 up, 2 down? Just one game, can't get too high, can't get too low.
Right.
Are you nervous about the postseason and the way things started?
I'm really not nervous so far, and I like the matchup that we're in right now too. Even though Pacers they beat us
formidable.
Yeah, they're a
they
real
beat
team.
us during the regular
3-1,
season.
I think,
yeah.
which, as we know, means almost nothing. I think, but yeah, I'm obviously excited about it, and I do feel like that the bar is lower for us this year than it has been in the past. I don't even think a lot of people expect us to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think that takes some of the pressure off. And it's just going to be a matter of whether or not this team wants to play defense.
Do you know who does think you're going to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Who's that?
Las Vegas, Nevada. Folks, the Cavs are still the favorite to represent the East. Now, the Cavs don't play again until Wednesday. Why did they do this
I don't understand that.
Sunday, Wednesday?
Right.
When is it? I can't even. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Folks, it's why the playoffs are
It's
months
interminable.
long.
Yeah.
They're 2 months. The regular season is 7 months long. The playoffs are 2 months long, 9 months. You could have a baby in the time it takes the NBA to finish their season.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're right. It's way too long, and it's just beginning, folks, so buckle up.
What will the key be for the Cavs? We both agree. Probably Kevin Love. Folks, Kevin Love is going to be counted on a lot more than he has been in the past because there is no Kyrie Irving with the Cavs. He's not playing for Boston either.
Right.
But Kevin Love in the postseason is going to be the key, Michael.
I totally agree, and he's got to stay healthy. That's the key thing because that's his second scoring option. And you see what he does. You know, I think they're 9-2 since he came back. He spreads the floor for LeBron, and that was something that's sorely missing when he or Kyrie or some other big-time second-scoring threat isn't on the floor.
Hold on, though. He's had a pretty tough year, Michael. He revealed he suffers from panic attacks.
Who doesn't?
He's had a hand injury, and he had to miss the All-Star game. He has a history of getting injured. He's got to stay healthy, or we're not going to go anywhere.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Speaking of a guy who's had a rough season, how about the cloud of drama over Tristan Thompson? Michael?
I haven't heard anything about this.
What?
Of course I have.
Look, I don't care who you are. It's got to be tough for you to focus when the whole world is watching you allegedly cheat on your girlfriend who everyone loves.
It's almost like you maybe shouldn't ever get into relationships with people who are actively engaged in reality television at any given time, particularly when you're playing a sport that requires your concentration at the highest levels.
I know for a fact.
There are so many women who aren't Kardashians, Tristan.
People ask me, they're like, Riz, what will his teammates say? LeBron's got to be mad at him. Folks, I've done this a long time. Players don't get into other players' business off the court. However, I remember somebody telling me that LeBron was not happy when Tristan got involved with one of the Kardashians to begin with. So
I'm not happy of the results apparently of this season. That's the one nice thing about this. I mean, as far as he's concerned, that's the one nice thing about this is really what are we going to be missing? Like if Tristan started playing more poorly right now, would you notice even? I mean, he hasn't been himself.
It hasn't been the best year for him. I would agree, but it hasn't been the best year also for the Cavaliers head coach Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
Ty Lue missed at least a month of the season. Michael, a lot of people feel like if the Cavs don't get back to the finals, he could lose his job.
I think there's a decent chance at that. I mean, a lot of people aren't happy with his rotation. People gloss over it, I think, because they do have success. They have LeBron, and LeBron likes these guys, and they don't complain about him within the locker room. They don't throw him under the bus when they lose. So I think he's been kind of gliding, don't you?
I do. He said he's going to use a 10-man rotation. I'm going to call BS on that.
Right.
It's easy to say that now, but then in the fourth quarter when things get tight, you know what I mean?
And you see that with him more than anybody. Some people might stick to their guns a little bit more, but he does get a little panicky, and he's just like, I don't know, Chetty, get in there.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it'll be LeBron and the starters in this group. I also want to see how the Cavaliers' young players play, guys that haven't been to the playoffs like Larry Nance Jr. and Jordan Clarkson. Those are key players without any playoff experience. I know this. If they're playing with LeBron, you're going to get some playoff experience really fast. All right, from Ty to Tito, your Cleveland Indians, Michael, seems to be the same old story. Pitchers are in midseason form. Offense is coming around, but boy, it took a while.
Yeah, it usually does for us. I mean, they have, I think this is a testament to the pitching. I think they currently have the lowest batting average in the league, the Indians do right now, I'm pretty sure. And the fact that we have as many wins as we do tells you just how good the pitching's been so far.
This guy's heating up, though, folks, and I think the Indians season I know the pitching's there. That's a gimme.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to somebody having an MVP type season, and I think Francisco Lindor is the guy the Indians are going to need to really come through. He's heating up as of late. The Indians are off tomorrow, but they hit the road to take on the Twinkies starting Tuesday night. Boy, it'll be nice and warm up there in Minnesota.
Enjoy that.
Coming up, we're going to take a spin and talk about a variety of sports topics, including golf and more. But please stick around anyway. Thank you. Welcome back to the Rizzo Show. Michael, time for a little more fun, and we're going to talk about a variety of topics as we spin the wheel.
All right.
I don't know what's going to come.
Oh, look at that. We got a wheel. Look at that thing.
We had to do this because the one we had here in studio sucked.
It's bad.
The Bridgestone Invitational. Big news from the golf world. Firestone Country Club is losing the Bridgestone, which has the best players on the PGA Tour. It is replaced with a senior event. And I think, Michael, that's a big blow to Akron. I always took it for granted. I went to the World Series of Golf back in the 70s when Jack Nicklaus and Johnny Miller were good.
Right.
And it's always been a treat. Firestone's always been the host there for the PGA. I understand the seniors are great and the event will be great, but this is a pretty big blow to the Akron.
I've gone to that, and it's fun, and I'm not even a big golf fan or anything like that, but that was a cool event. It was cool getting the national attention and everything like that, and it is less than a lateral move that we're getting a senior event because it just doesn't have the appeal, actually, that, you know.
Spin the wheel again. Where are we going now? Nobody knows. Michael Polk Jr. Conor McGregor.
Oh, boy.
Folks, I grew up with a background of professional wrestling. My dad worked for the WWE, among other places. I'm not buying that this wasn't staged. The guy went on a rampage. How do you get down to that part of the building without a credential?
You're Conor McGregor, man. No, you're right.
Michael, he got arrested. It's a felony.
Here's where I do disagree with you to a degree, because I do agree. I think it wasn't staged. I think he's that legit crazy. I think people probably encouraged it, but in the long run, this is going to help him, and it's going to help the UFC, because we're talking about the UFC right now. He seems dangerous. He's going to get a bigger purse because of it later on, because they'll be like, because people love a wild man. Remember Tyson, whenever he would do something ridiculous, he got a bigger purse for the next fight.
Maybe they'll have the next fight in the bowels of some
He might fight
somewhere.
Tyson.
Spin it again. Just spin it, Kate.
Yeah, keep it going. Is there a sound effect? Oh, good.
James Harden, he's going to win the MVP.
Yes, he is.
I've done a poll of writers across the country. I'm close to Brian Winters. He's going to win. I'm calling bull blank on this. The MVP is LeBron.
Okay.
And we call it the Jordan syndrome. They just couldn't give it to Jordan every year, even though he deserved it every year. LeBron deserves that, okay?
I think you can make an argument for either of them. I really do. Of course, I would prefer that it was LeBron. But you're right. I think that Harden hasn't won it yet. I also think that this is also a sort of a makeup call from last year when he had a ridiculous year and almost averaged a triple-double, but was overshadowed by Westbrook. His numbers were ridiculous last year. Yeah. And I think it's like when Susan Lucci finally won some daytime Emmy or something like that. They were like, this is for all the ones you didn't get. And I think that
you're
he's
right.
going to win.
Lifetime Achievement Award. All right, one last spin. One more? One more.
Let's do it. We deserve it. Where's it going to go? It's taking too long.
Barbecue season.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Look at that.
Barbecue season.
That's pornography
Michael,
right there.
I am ready to make some ribs. I've been dying. I haven't smoked a brisket in about 5 or 6 months. You're a huge barbecue guy.
I'm a huge fan of eating barbecue that other people make for me. I'm not as big of a fan of doing it. I don't have the patience, and I don't care that much.
No, you don't have 14 hours to smoke a brisket?
I have the time. I just choose to waste it in different ways. But I will eat the hell out of any barbecue that you make or anyone in this studio makes. Invite me over.
By the way, summer solstice is June 21st. I can wait for that. I like that it's light when I get up now.
That is nice.
Isn't it nice?
And it's also not dark when you're driving home.
Coming up, are you looking to eat some great Italian? Oh, I've got a very underrated pizza place in the Flats. Stay with us. We should be bumping back with Bon Jovi.
Totally. Can't afford it.
Welcome back to the Rizzo Show. Michael, it is time to eat this week's Riz on the Road. We're going to the East Bank of the Flats, folks, for unbelievable Italian from an old friend. If you watch the Rizzo Show, you should know who Dante is, one of the top restaurateurs and chefs in Cleveland, Ohio. We've been to Dante's in Tremont. We've been to DC Pasta in Strongsville. But today, we're on the west bank of the Flats. This is Dante's Inferno. Well, look who showed up for lunch, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dante himself. Dante, explain to everybody, you're from here. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the west side.
Yeah.
Parma. Middleburg Heights.
That's my guy. Now
Right?
you're a world famous chef. What is Dante's Inferno? How is it different from your other properties?
This is probably one of my I have the most fun at this property. Just because we got all these great pizzas. Being Italian, how can you not enjoy eating pasta, meatballs, pizzas? A little more casual, good place to hang out.
That is a hell of a meatball, number one.
Nice
That's
and
got to be
soft.
homemade recipe.
Yeah,
That's from Parma right there. All right, now explain to me what you're doing with the pizzas, because this looks, first of all, that's the Inferno, right?
yeah, this is the signature pizza, Dante's Inferno. So it has olives, hot peppers, chili flakes, sausage, pepperoni. And this is something we also feature at Progressive Field too. This is one of our biggest sellers down there.
We've all stood in line for it. Thank
Right?
you very much.
Takes a little time to get one down.
Oh, that is so great. Thin crust. Your crust is tasty. Oh, the toppings blend together so well. I like the heat of the pepper.
It's not too much, but
Not,
it's just
not too much.
enough where you can eat the whole thing.
But what is that?
This is sausage, peppers, and rigatoni right on top of the pizza. And then we top it with mozzarella, a little bit of ricotta cheese.
What is a pasta pizza?
It's a pasta pizza, and it's something actually in Italy you see a lot. So it's not a crazy American idea. It's something the Italians.
Explain to everybody. You've been everywhere too.
I lived in Italy, yeah, traveled around, but I lived in Italy for many years, and that's where all my restaurants are based on my travels and food that I've eaten. And
This is a great spot. Dante, congratulations. This is absolutely fantastic, partner.
No,
Always
thank
great
you.
to see you.
My pleasure,
Thanks.
man.
We got to play some golf, right?
golf sounds like
There
a
we
great
go.
idea.
Well, if it stops snowing, we'll do that. Wow, folks, they have great lunch. I got to tell you, that pie was delicious. When it
good.
gets warm, they're always filled up, so make sure you check ahead of time. They open at 11 o'clock, and folks, it is worth the trip. Mike, before we head to break, I have to share a great picture that was taken from one of our favorite places, the Roxino. Look at that crew.
Wow.
At that table at the Roxino, President Mark Bertha, Ray Boom Boom Mancini, Bernie Kosar, and Michael Stanley. How did we not get the invite?
I have no idea. But
Probably because we're not big enough stars.
Isn't it? It is every uncle's dream to sit there and talk to all those. Every one of my uncles would love to talk to all of those guys, and so would I, frankly.
Speaking of the Roxino, let's see what's happening this week.
This is what's up at the Roxino. Blame it on the rain during our $150,000 Make It Rain Mania at Hard Rock Roxino, Northfield Park. We're giving away cash and free play all month long. Every Saturday, you could win your share of $150,000 during hourly drawings from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. 25 winners will win $1,000 in free play or $15,000 in cash. Earn entries every day. Plus, earn 2 times the entries if you're a Hall of Fame member and 3 times the entries if you're a Legend member. Delight in the Kozar's Happy Hour each Sunday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring delicious bites from the exclusive Happy Hour menu. Don't miss Las Vegas entertainment country style with Vegas Country, a tribute to Shania Twain and Tim McGraw on Sunday, April 29th. And then take it up a notch when Queensryche takes the Roxino stage on Friday, May 4th. Tickets on sale now at the Roxino box office or Ticketmaster.com. Find your rhythm at the Hard Rock Roxino, Northfield Park. Vegas Experience, Ohio address.
Don't forget, stay tuned. Our good friends, Big Chuck and Little John, are coming up next. Well, Michael, it's time to open up the Rizzy Vault. Since the NBA playoffs started for us today in Cleveland, here's your good karma moment. You're welcome.
Cleveland! This is for you! Oh!
LeBron James who delivers on his promise to come home and bring a championship.
I think one of the best moments of my career. I got to be there for that.
Absolutely.
But can I say this? I enjoyed being in that building and in that locker room that night. It was a lot of fun. But if we were to win again, I'd probably want to be home with my kids and my family. And
all you gotta do is be broke and not be invited like me, because I had a blast. I was downtown, and there was nothing else like it.
I can bet. And
really
hopefully,
was.
hey, we've got a good chance this year. Don't believe what everybody's saying. By the way, congratulations to our director, John Ackerman, who got married yesterday.
Congrats, bro.
John, we love you. Congratulations. God bless. Good luck to you and your lovely bride.
Especially good luck to her.
Well, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Good to be alive. Good night now.
Good night, folks.